Hello, I'm Chylli from channel Chylli, also known as Try, and we are back with more Fear and Hunger. Okay, so you got a couple things you want to do right off the bat now. We want to go recruit Nasra first. And there we go, now we have Nasra. Okay, now we're going to tame food last. Apologies, I had to mute myself so I could sneeze. Alright, we're going to save our game, and we actually have some books we need to read I completely forgot about. As you open the book, you feel warmth and nostalgia that cannot be explained. Memories of your past life flash before your eyes, but some of these memories are not yours. You remember your ancestors leading a simple yet violent life of mercenaries. You remember how riches and wealth dictated your masters, all while still holding a grasp at freedom by traveling across the known continents. You remember while murdering cold-blooded your victims on a highway heist, you had a greeting with the wolf deity of northern parts. You remember how for a price of your beloved ones you could attain greater knowledge. You agreed, of course, being the greedy bastard you are. You remember the wolf deity teaching you his greatest secret. You remember steel. The Basics of Alchemy, Alchemelia, Volume 2. The effects of different colored alchemical substances are listed here. Corrosive is red, treated with care. Black growth hormone causes uncontrollable growth in living tissue, treat with caution. Blue healing properties for muscle tissues. Yellow protein-rich substance. Recipes for basic alchemy, black and oil, highly flammable, blue and yellow, heightened senses. Wait, we already read Alchemelia Volume 2. Studies of Grogorath 1. To give room for new generations, for new trees to grow and usher, the prior forest needs to be burned down, such as the rule of creation. Creation and destruction. One does not exist without the other. The destruction is called Grogorath, the destroyer of men. A man fears destruction because a man gets accustomed to peace and quiet. The man grows fat and afraid of change. But change is inevitable, just as is Grogorath. But there is no need for fear, as the destruction is of a pure kind. It does not target one man specifically, it just exists. Interesting note on Grogorath, he is a curious kind, more so than many of the other older gods. To relieve the feeling of fear, Grogorath wears bodies and skin of men and women alike. He might still be walking among us, masked under the skin of people in hanging bodies, blessing us with his blood magic. Crow, crow, grow your horn, violet snowing. The Scarsburg massacre row. Crow, crow, Hawaii Mall, the muse fresh and the blood still frog. Crow, crow, are you there? He is coming with nothing to bear. Crow, crow, behind you now. Oh, crow, please reap. Oh, crow, what I saw. The Intermediates of Alchemy, Alchemelia, Volume 3. The effects of different colored alchemical substances are listed here. Wait, no, that's the one we read before. Okay, so 2 was now. The Basics of Alchemy, Alchemelia, Volume 1. The effects of different herbs and plants are listed here. Blue herbs have healing properties. It's often rubbed against open wounds and injuries. The effects are most immediate. Green herbs are commonly used on open wounds to prevent infections. Red herbs have little to no effect on their own, but when used together with other herbs, it has a boosting effect. Cave moss, rare moss that grows in caverns and other dark and moist areas. The moss is especially protein-rich. Blue and red, greater healing. Green and red, antidote for poison. Blue and blue, blue vial. The Tale of the Poppy Cat, Chapter 2. The town of Merwood was in a festive mood. It was the beginning of the harvest season, and the food was plentiful. Willem's mother and father were arranging a large party for all the big families of the town. Even some noble ones were supposed to show up from outside the town. Willem had to wear his Sunday suit, the suit he would typically wear when going to church on Sundays. Needless to say, the suit wasn't to Willem's liking. Now, you know we need to make good impressions on the city folk, his mother would say. Why should I care, said Willem. Willem's mother would pull him by the ear violently and say, "Don't you understand our livelihood depends on those nobles in the fancy?" Willem shrugged it off and nodded. It is important to obey your parents after all, if you are to grow up even somewhat decent and moral. It is even written on the book of our Lord, the Bible of all men. The party gets so coming as the sun sets. The festive people were of all kinds. You had the Wellian mayor of the town with his wife, who was so young she couldn't have been more than 3 years older than Willem. You had the Parkinsons from the next door with their faces forever set on an expression of pure disgust. There were also many people Willem had never seen before, especially one gay gentleman with a constant grin on his face caught Willem's attention. The man also noticed young Willem. He winked his eye, even though otherwise his face was set on the same grin all the time. The gentleman gave Willem deep ears capers. As the full moon had risen to the highest and the festive people were at their most cocked, Willem noticed the gay gentleman gone. After a short search, he found the man from their backyard howling at the moon. This already made young Willem very nervous, but then the man turned his gaze toward Willem. His eyes were the same as the two haunting yellow eyes Willem had seen in the Merwood forest some days ago. Suddenly, Willem realized the size of the man. For some reason, he had not realized it before, but the man was almost the same height as their house. With a cat-like expression, the man would say, "Fancy meeting you here, young mister." The illustration on the book looks very lifelike. The pocket cat seems to stare straight at you from the book pages. The pocket cat would say, "So, how do you think we should handle the situation now that you've seen something you shouldn't have?" "You will, but what will the others say when they hear what you did also?" the pocket cat says, his tone changes from gay to serious. The pocket cat confronts you by saying, What happened would bring shame to both of us." The bucket cat says, well, let us not dwell on those matters. The night's festive, it is full moon after all. Well, the cat-like man stares at the moon. He murmurs something. Oh, the old one, my lullabies go to deaf ears. The humankind receives the same goals persistently. The cat asks you one last question. If I were to get the moon itself to you, would you give up on your quest and leave with me here for tonight? That would make me happy. The moon would be thankful as well, naturally. The bucket cat says with great joy as returned to his voice. Alright, now we gotta make our way down and recruit Anki. Just have to remember where exactly I'm supposed to go. Okay, I remember now. I won't way past it. I also forgot I had to do something else while I was down here. I also finally remembered what I was supposed to do. I need to bring the girl down and give her the doll. So yeah, we gotta drop off Enki, and then we will bring the girl down to get the doll, and then we will come back and we will pick up our party so we can continue even deeper. I'm thinking about bringing Darth Lagarde and... I don't know who else I should bring. Maybe Nasra? You give it to the girl and she seems to love it. You can immediately see her eyes widening of excitement. The girl pats the crude hair of the doll gently. Okay, we are finally set up to do endings A, B, C, and D. I believe Lagarde is capable of wielding miasma. Give me a minute here. Okay, yeah, Lagarde can't use miasma. If we bring Ragnvalder, he'll fight and try to kill Lagarde when we get down there. So maybe we bring Enki with us? Alright, let's save again, just so we don't have to reset our party again. And we are finally ready. There's also a puzzle down here, but I really do not remember how to do it. Damn it, he was really fast there. Damn it, no, I was wrong. I probably do need to bring Nosra. I definitely do. Well, that's a time loss. Anyway, let us save again now, just so we don't have to reset our team again. Also, this game does not even have a true ending. The Hunger 2 Termina is like a combination of several different events from several different endings. Also, fairly certain Nazra has infinite HP, so he can literally never die. Hang on a minute, is there a way to get around that? I do not have the green herbs to deal with that. If I ever get an infection, it's pretty much game over. The sound statue is standing ominously here. It's having to move, it won't even budge. The beacon of the depths is standing here. The beacon's mechanisms are ancient. The light it radiates is supposed to guide souls to the next world. There appears to be a place for a cube-shaped object on the front. Okay, my guys are getting hungry, so we'll give them some food now. Okay, we gotta save here, and then we gotta do this really confusing puzzle. Oh, hang on, I think I know what I need to do. There we go, now we're in the distant past. Give me a minute to think here. God, I'm having such a skill issue right now. Okay, this one is low-key easier than the previous one. Okay, that didn't really take me too long. Dart seems to be shivering. You're not entirely sure if it's because of the cold or the fear. An old god rests here. So yeah, this is all man. Fun fact, if you have necromancy and you use it here, you will arise his penis, so that's always fun. God damn, we already need to eat again. Don't really feel like refighting those manibas. You look into the green hill. A mysterious being floats up from the green depths. The floating being doesn't talk with words, but you hear a gentle female voice echoing inside your head. A weary traveler, you have come from afar. So have I. I come from the green, where you see the world through a green-looking glass. Where the older beings originate. The ones, the creators and destroyers of this world. Oh no, dear, you know I can't do that. I am the Lady of the Moon. A mere servant of the moon god. Yes, I'm sure you've seen him. Just one glance at the night sky, he is ever looking at you. He is very suspicious of you, of men. Like him, I don't believe men should have the same rights as true gods. That's why I serve him to my demise. No, I cannot, not this time. As you do not have anything to help me. All the laws of the living depend on the code of exchange. I will know it when I see it. Farewell, O weary traveler. The green heel hurts your eyes. There doesn't appear to be anything in the pit, just endless green. And yeah, there's Altmare. Hi, Altmare. Doris has an empty serum bag under her eyes. She's not looking very good. Where's her wine vials at? The bookshelf is stacked too full here. You can't find anything without collapsing the book piles and possibly destroying them in the process. A mysterious statue of a pig is standing here alone. The statue seems hollow inside. I feel like this area isn't very optimized, it's kind of laggy. The crates here are empty. Seems like this area was used for storing crates and goods that would be redistributed to other parts of the city. As you fall asleep, restless dreams take over your consciousness. Feverish dreams make you twist and turn in your bed as you fall deeper and deeper. As you open your eyes, you find yourself in the misty back streets of the Kingdom of Rundan. You visited the city numerous times before, which is why you recognize the streets clearly, but there's something uncanny about its houses and street lamps. Something feels off. There's a poster here, missing children. Since the beginning of this year already, 13 children have been reported missing. If you have any clues about the suspect of such heinous crimes, please let the city official know. A concrete lead will warrant a hefty reward. God damn, our mental state is going down really fast. Celeste, you're still doing this job with the little one on the way and all? Yeah, well there's folks that fancy stuff like this. If anything, I feel like there's more gentlemen folks asking for my services these days. Men sure are weird like that. This isn't right, I don't like it. Honey, I don't know what to say. Girls gotta eat, and now I got the little one to feed as well. I'm a man, I should take care of you too. The world doesn't always go the way we'd want. No, for all my life I've drifted along wherever the wind took me. But it doesn't have to be like that. We don't always have to be at the mercy of the winds or the gods. I might have the answer. I got a new gig a few days ago. It's a pretty daunting task, but it will get us the silver we need. I'm leaving tomorrow. When I get back, things will change. You just wait and see. Just promise you do come back. Yeah. Looks like someone's been reading romantic poetry here. Eyes vanish into the shadows where they appeared from. You don't feel the presence of the child or the entity anymore. But yeah, that's Pocket Cat just being Pocket Cat like usual. Kidnapping children and beating them or something. And that's where we're gonna leave it off for this video of Fear and Hunger. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. And I will see you next time when we continue with more. Until then, bye!